After being banished by Smoo from Red Riding Hood's world, the wolf found himself in a parallel universe within a German forest during the beautiful autumn season. This is an anthropomorphic world, full of talking animals who could walk upright and communicate like humans. The forest echoed with sounds of frolicking, and there he spotted 3 lively piggy brothers named Goink, Boink, and Doink. They were deeply immersed in their game of hide and seek, with Goink wearing a blindfold and trying to locate Boink and Doink based on their giggles and footsteps. The big bad wolf couldn't believe his luck. He saw a perfect opportunity for a delicious meal. With a wicked glint in his eye, he observed the piggies and devised a plan to capture and devour them. The piggies, however, were too engrossed in their game to notice the looming danger. The wolf approached stealthily, and then, in a sudden burst of motion, he darted toward them. Boink panicked and sprinted away, followed closely by Doink. But Goink, the bravest of the trio, stood his ground and shouted defiantly, "Back off, you big baddie! Leave us alone!" The wolf, with menacing teeth bared and claws at the ready, growled ferociously. Even though Goink was courageous, he had to retreat as well when the wolf continued to advance. The chase led the piggies back to their individual homes, each built with different materials. Boink had a straw house, Doink's was constructed from wood, and Goink's was made of sturdy bricks. The big bad wolf, filled with an insatiable hunger, first approached Boink's house was made from fragile straw, and the wolf, standing outside, noticed how flimsy it appeared. With a sly grin, he stepped closer to the straw house, and with a deep breath, he exhaled forcefully, unleashing a powerful gust of wind. The house shuddered and wobbled as the straw walls collapsed inward. The fragile structure crumbled to the ground, and Boink, in sheer terror, darted out, running towards Goink's house. The big bad wolf, seeing his first house destroyed, turned his hungry eyes to Doink's wooden dwelling. He approached with a menacing glare, knowing that the wooden house might pose more of a challenge. Undeterred, the wolf huffed and puffed, summoning all his might. He blew with all his strength, trying to rattle the wooden walls. The wood creaked and groaned. First, it withstood the gusty charge, but it ultimately succumbed to the continual force of the wolf's breath. The wooden house collapsed, and Doink, panicking, fled from the debris, rushing towards Goink's house. Boink and Doink, having reached Goink's house made of bricks, pounded on the door, yelling, "Let us in, Goink! The big bad wolf is trying to eat us!" Goink, ever the brave one, opened the door and let his siblings inside, slamming the sturdy door shut behind them. They felt a sense of safety behind those unyielding brick walls as they awaited the big bad wolf's relentless pursuit. Knowing it would require immense effort, the big bad wolf prepared for the final assault. Wolf, undiscouraged by the sturdy brick walls, tried various methods to infiltrate the piggies' fortress. First, he rammed the heavy front door with all his might. The door shook under the force of the wolf's onslaught, but it remained steadfast and unyielding. Goink had reinforced it with extra wooden beams and sturdy iron locks. When ramming the door proved futile, the wolf attempted to break into the house through the windows. But Goink had already set up cleverly concealed barriers, and the wolf's attempts at breaking the windows with his sharp claws only resulted in injury and frustration. The wolf, undeterred, tried his luck with the chimney, believing that the piggies had no defense against this route. As he descended, he was greeted by Goink's most cunning trap, a boiling cauldron of water placed strategically below. With a loud yelp, the scalded wolf retreated and tumbled back onto the rooftop, singed and defeated. Embarrassed and frustrated, the wolf gathered wood and dried leaves around the house and tried to smoke the piggies out. Sensing the impending danger, Goink rallied his brothers to unite against the wolf. However, Boink and Doink were too terrified and couldn't help panicking. Determined, Goink armed himself with a pitchfork and ventured outside to confront the big bad wolf. As Goink fought valiantly but was overwhelmed by the menacing beast, the wolf raised his paw for a fatal strike. In that desperate moment, a ferocious hiss pierced the air, distracting the wolf. It was Smoo, the magical black cat, who came to the rescue. Smoo had sensed the lingering evil of the wolf, prompting him to leave Little Red Riding Hood's town in pursuit of the menacing predator. The big bad wolf was shocked to see Smoo again, knowing that he was no match for the brave feline. In a swift retreat, he hurriedly made his escape. Smoo, chased after the villainous wolf, attempted to capture him, but the wolf quickly dashed into a nearby cave, blocking the entrance. The encounter left Goink feeling immensely grateful for Smoo's heroic intervention, and Smoo, with a nod of approval, expressed his satisfaction with Goink's bravery by saying, "Meow, meow." With the big bad wolf vanquished and their lives saved, Goink, Boink, and Doink played with Smoo in the forest. The four friends frolicked amidst the rustling autumn leaves, enjoying each other's company. Smoo, though content in the moment, couldn't shake the feeling that the big bad wolf might return someday. It seemed that this was not the end of their adventures in this curious parallel universe.